Hello and welcome back to Otaku Oasis podcast. I'm your host Joshua,
Hi, I'm Matthew, also known as twitch.tv/Tyrion King.
and today we are covering the Demon Slayer Mugen Train movie. It didn't hurt.
Yes. No, it's definitely fine. No pain whatsoever.
All right, so getting into it, just what were your thoughts overall on the movie?
It was good. I like the animation. Train, obviously, have to love it. Because Train. Those of you that don't know, probably none of you know, I love trains. I have a very big thing about trains. Trains are really cool.
Yeah, actually, before moving forward, I also forgot to mention that this covers chapters 54 through 66 of the manga. So just putting that out there. Yeah. So let's go into it. So you watched the first episode of the TV like
For the third
anime version.
time. Yes.
Just
I
confirming.
know.
But
But
anyways, it's
the lack of trust is disheartening, to say the least. I'm
it's
kidding.
more of just it's more of just a lead up question. But
I know,
anyways,
I'm joking, dude, you're good.
but anyways, so this episode is technically anime original. It's mostly meant to tell how Frank Goku gets to the Mugen Train, basically. But,
I loved it. It was a very nice episode. I love
yeah, no,
Rengoku's
no.
whole delicious thing. Anytime he takes a bite, he just shouts the word delicious. It's so funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's just a nice little story, I think. Like it's a nice little story that also like makes sense to get into it and whatnot.
And it also sets up one of Rengoku's character things for the movie with his whole father.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because what was it? I forget. The demon had like a run-in with his father, right? Before,
No, the
or
grandmother had.
grandmother. That's what
The
it was.
grandmother had been saved by Rengoku's father.
Yeah, yeah,
And Rengoku says, I'll make sure to pass it along to my father that I ran into you. And then he.
yeah.
Yeah, that
It was
pretty
a
much
short little
describes.
thing. It also had like a nice little story with the granddaughter and whatnot. But yeah.
That was really cute.
Mm-hmm. Also, him buying the entire stock of their
How much
lunches
money
twice.
how much money does the Hashiras have?
I don't know. Probably a lot.
Obviously a lot.
And I don't know. It could just be also that Goku's like by the looks of it, kind of an esteemed house, but
Yeah.
can't confirm or deny that.
Yeah.
But anyways, so where the movie picks up, it's basically right when the main cast basically hops on the train and runs into Rengoku immediately.
Yeah, it picks up immediately where the season ends, which I like. I love how they replay the last little bits of the season.
Yeah, because it's like beginning moments. But, so before anything starts going down, the has a bit of a talk with Rengoku to see if he knows anything about the Hinokami. As
Hinokami Kagura.
as it's not a breathing like anywhere. So we get actually a breathing type breakdown.
Which I really did appreciate.
Yeah, so was it the five main elements were water, earth, wind, fire, and lightning.
Yes, I believe so.
I believe it's technically flame, but yeah.
Why is there a mandated difference between fire and flame?
I could not tell you. Like I said, I only know
Maybe
as much as you did,
fire
so
breathing is different, technically?
maybe. But anyways, and so basically from that, other types are derived from there. Like it stated the
Loveland
sound.
came from some fire, right?
Yeah, I believe also. Like I mean, you can see where things are kind of branched off from, but also I
Yeah,
believe
the
like
love coming from fire kind of threw me for a loop, and then I kind of thought of like the passion of it, I guess.
mm-hmm. It's like the sound one comes from wind.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Is Tanjiro going to be the Avatar master of all breathing types?
I don't think so.
Damn, that would be funny though.
Um, yeah.
Because he's already got fire and water down.
Yeah. So basically, at this point, the person who's coming by to clip the tickets is coming by, and so they all get their tickets clipped. And I like what the movie does is that the light flickers to tell you.
I love the light flickering.
Yeah, the light flickering is what indicates you that it's entering the dream and whatnot.
Is it? That's so cool.
Yeah. Basically, like after watching
And
it
it also
times.
kind of hints at the big turnaround, and it's what. Anyways,
Yep.
so as I was saying, the light flickering is kind of indicative of the whole plot point that the demon has become the train. The demon has fused their body with the train at this point.
I guess I hadn't really thought about it like that, but I guess that could actually work as well.
Yeah. I just realized that, yeah, just think about it. The train flickering as the spell starts, it's indicative of, hey, I've already become the train.
Yeah. I think it was more.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, it could definitely be that as well. I was just more of thinking of it as like the dreams because after they defeat the two demons in the train, we get that odd scene where they're like flying around with Goku.
I love this movie so much. What was I saying?
But yeah, so basically, we find out after they defeat like these two imaginary demons, basically within the dream, to send them deeper into it. The the final lower key demon, whose name is Enmu, is basically telling the kids like basically his plan of where it was like put everyone to sleep so he could devour them and whatnot, and also to attach themselves to the demon slayers to try and find their spiritual course to destroy them, as it will leave them renderless, basically.
I just remembered when the guy tries to kill Tanjiro's spirit core. It's so cute.
Yeah, we'll definitely get there.
Yeah, that nearly made me cry. Like, there's a lot of stuff in this movie that nearly made me cry. That was so cute. The little spirit ghost thingies.
Yeah. So basically so basically after this whole plan is revealed, we start going into each one of our main cast streams. And I'm going to circle back around to Rengoku's and Tanjiro's, but I'm just gonna cover Zenitsu's and Inosuke's first real quick, just because they're short, a bit more comedic.
Zenitsu's dream is so weird.
Yeah, so basically Zenitsu
At
is
least
just...
Inosuke's is funny.
Well, I mean, Zenitsu, true to his character, wants to be with Nezuko, so, he's gonna dream that he's like her dashing knight and whatnot. And they're on like a date together and whatnot.
And then I just remembered what happened when they got into Zenitsu's spirit world.
Yeah, definitely.
That was funny.
I'm definitely gonna cover the spiritual course after we get through each of the dreams, but yeah.
Alright, and then, yeah, so he taking, and I know her name.
Nezuko?
Why did my brain just turn off? Nezuko.
Yes.
Yeah, taking Nezuko through the peach forest, having her sit on his back while he leaps over the river.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's pretty much all of Zenitsu's dream. And then we get Inosuke's dream, where he thinks
Which is so funny.
He thinks he's the leader, and he has every single one of their names wrong, because...
And he dresses them up like cavemen.
And they're part animal as well, to match him with his forehead.
Yes, I loved... Was it Tanjiro that had the little tanuki thingy?
Yeah.
I thought that was cute.
Yeah, no, it's pretty funny. That little dream is just so funny. Just Nezuko following behind, just marching.
Yeah.
But anyways, so those are the two kind of short and funny ones that we get. And then we get Rengoku's dream, which kind of more doubles up as a backstory for Rengoku.
feel bad for Rengoku.
Yeah,
His dad sucks.
yeah, I am. There's clearly a reason why he's like that, but we definitely do not know why at this point.
I think he's depressed when his wife died.
I was thinking it potentially had to do with the demon, but
Oh, potentially.
because
I think his
believe
wife may have. No, his wife didn't die to a demon.
no,
She got sick.
no, she just died of sickness. I believe Rengoku though. I believe he said a line along the lines of like that his father quit the demon slayers after like one fight or something like that, and
I don't know. I thought it was what I took away from it is his when his mom died when Rengoku's mom died. Um, Rengoku's dad just kind of gave up. But
yeah,
that's also what I took. I may be wrong.
yeah, I don't know. I may be misremembering myself, but whatever. I mean, but yeah. So we get Rengoku like it starts with like Rengoku trying to talk to his father and whatnot about like all his achievements, and like his father just shrugs it off so nonchalantly.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a Hashira.
Mm-hmm.
I am made it to nothing, and neither will you. I amounted to nothing, and you won't amount to anything either.
Yeah. But after that, Rengoku like walks out and he runs into his like little brother, and he talks.
His little brother.
Yeah, he says like how it's been hard because like his little brother didn't even really know their mother, but like he still has to like kind of put up with their father's behavior and whatnot,
Yeah,
and that it's kind of crushing his dream and whatnot.
potentially.
So he does say that along the lines because because I believe like his little brother says something along the lines of, like I forget what it was, but it's like, is there a point?
He had hope in his dad.
Yeah.
Oh no, I remember how hopeful his brother was that his dad would react positively to.
Oh well, yeah, at first, but like after he says like what Rengoku says, and like he kind of starts like doubting, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also we like see like a little bit of a flashback within this flashback about like how Rengoku's father used to train them and whatnot.
Yeah.
And was a very passionate man like Rengoku, but something clearly happened.
Yes, something clearly happened, and I wonder how strong Rengoku's father was to train a master like Rengoku.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's definitely something that's yet to be known, at least for us. um, yeah, and so that's basically at least all that we see at this point.
Yeah.
And moving on to Tanjiro's stream.
I hate this dream. It sucks. It makes me cry every time I watch it.
Because he has to basically be with his dead family again.
Cause he has to willingly leave them.
Mm-hmm.
It's so sad.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like a nice dream though. Like
It is. It's a lovely dream for him.
sadly he has to leave it.
Sadly, he has to give it up.
Yeah, otherwise he is very much in danger. But, yeah, at this point, because I mean, you know, and it's like the weird thing is that like Tanjiro gets very complacent in the dream too, even though like his mind is like constantly trying to tell him no.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to leave. Would you want to leave for that dream if you were in Tanjiro's position?
No, probably not. But I mean, if you know what duty you had to fulfill, I mean,
Even then, would you be able to make that call?
I don't know. It's all. I don't know if I would or not.
Yeah, it's a very hard position that no one ever wants to find themselves in.
But yeah, at this point we have the kids going into the spiritual core thing. Inosuke, the kid who tied up to Inosuke doesn't even get there because Inosuke is just too alert in his dream.
And this kid beats her butt.
Yeah. Oh.
She scares the piss out of her.
hmm Yeah, and then Zenitsu's
Gets out the rose clippers. Snip, snip.
yeah, no, I just it would have been possible if a girl was tied up to him, but no, it had to be a guy.
It had to be a guy.
Though, I mean, it works out in his favor in the end, really. But
Yeah.
um, we get Rengoku's who just basically just is straight up able to sense the child in there and like stranglehold
It just
her.
starts choking her out.
Yeah,
I thought that was so funny.
like, but it's very intense too. Like, holy cow! When I saw that scene the first time, I'm
He
like,
was gonna kill her.
there's actually a thing in the manga where it says like Rengoku can sense that it's not human. Well, not that it's not human, that it is a human, and thus he's at a stalemate. Like he's like, I can't kill you, but I can't let you move either because you're gonna try and kill me.
Yeah. Do they have like a thing that they can't take human lives or something?
More of it's against Rengoku's moral code, you know.
Okay, so demons are okay, but humans not at all.
Yeah, I mean, at least for Rengoku. I don't know about. I
Yeah.
can't speak for every single demon slayer, but at least for Rengoku, he's righteous enough in that sense. Um, yeah. So before we get to Tanjiro's spirit core, Tanjiro is basically kind of woken up because of Nezuko trying to wake him up and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
I forget what she does that she smacks her head on that causes it to
She
bleed.
smacks her head on his forehead, which because remember, Tanjiro's forehead is super strong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love how they brought that back. Just headbutts him and starts bleeding, and she starts crying and wakes him up.
Yeah, but I mean, it works out because she's able to use her blood art from that.
Yeah. Well, apparently she doesn't need her blood for blood art because she did it to the others without any blood.
No, she had blood on that one.
Oh, I don't know. How strong is Tanjiro's forehead?
I don't know. I really couldn't tell you, but I'm gonna guess probably maybe
What's
as good as a
Tanjiro's
boulder.
forehead's power level?
Probably maybe about the strength of a boulder.
Thank you for not commenting on that.
Um,
What's Tanjiro's forehead's power level?
it's definitely universe level. It should be able to beat Beerus in a one-on-one fight.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Tanjiro's forehead could solo the Dragon Ball universe.
of course, 100%.
100%.
But anyways, so Tanjiro starts waking up, and he has to make the hard decision to leave his family again.
Yeah.
And he figures out the way to wake up. Not a great way that you have to wake up.
Yeah, that does kind of suck.
Yeah. Basically, he has to commit Sudoku to in order to wake up. Basically. But yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, but basically at the same time that that's happening, the kid tied up to Tanjiro goes to his spirit core and he sees how peaceful it is, and yeah,
Just gives up.
and well, not even that. It's like Tanjiro's spirit leads him to the spiritual core, even though he's like trying to like basically finish him off, and then
Yeah.
basically the warmth of his spiritual core is what causes like the boy not to be able to do it.
And I love it that it's a sun. His spiritual core is the sun. That's how much of a sunshine child he is.
Yeah. I definitely like the scene more in the movie because the manga, nothing against the manga, but there's sometimes where you can remove scenes and a scene is better. they removed a lot of like the there was like a whole bunch of like narrator boxes in like the manga for it explaining everything going on. And I'm like, I gathered all of
I didn't
this.
need it. I didn't need an explanation for that. I'm gonna be honest. There was some stuff I didn't understand, but I accepted it as anime logic.
I just mean by more of like you can understand like the emotions behind the scene pretty well without needing to have like it be told to you.
Yeah.
um, it's an instance of where removing exposition actually works in favor of something.
Yeah.
But anyways, so basically Tanjiro is able to wake back up after slicing his own neck. Um,
After killing himself.
and so he wakes up and goes right after Enmu after like stopping the children from trying to stab him.
Is that what his name is? What was this the guy's name?
Enmu? E-N-
Menwu? Yeah,
E-N-M-U.
and Moo. Okay.
Yes.
And this was the guy from the end of last season who survived the blood donation from
From Muzan, yes.
Master Muzan.
Yes.
Okay.
And so, basically we get this cool just shot on the train of just Tanjiro continually running forward with constant flux trying to reach Enmu while
And
Enmu
keeps
keeps on
getting put
putting
to
him
sleep.
back to sleep. Yeah.
I love the scene. I love the scene where he tumbles to the side, wakes up, jumps back to the middle, and runs back in.
Yeah, no, it's really like like choreographed, like when it's following him and whatnot in the movie.
Yeah.
Um, they also do it more times in the movie, which I think like works better as well. Because
Yeah.
in the manga it's only done twice. Cause like the first time he breaks out of it, and the second time it's the nightmare version of like his family and whatnot.
The nightmare version. Oh, right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I remember the nightmare version now.
Yep. Yeah. I'm like,
Isn't that the first thing he does to him?
no, it's not the
He
first
puts
thing.
him.
He does it after like two times I think in the movie of putting him to sleep, and yet Tanjiro wakes back up immediately.
And then he gets like super pissed.
Yeah, after that nightmare version, yeah, because the
Yeah,
nightmare
it's like,
version
don't you
basically
dare
is,
put words in their mouth.
yeah, because the nightmare versions of is like basically the family saying, yeah, you should have died instead of us.
Yeah, it's like, my family would never say that. How dare you put those words in their mouth? And then he proceeds to whoop Enmu's butt.
Yep. No, I honestly that just like made Emma like so hateable in that moment from doing that dream. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I'm
I mean,
like,
if Enmu wasn't already hateable for it, but yeah.
yeah. No, it's yeah. Tanjiro proceeds to take down in air quotes Enmu. But Emma's already fused to the train, so
So was it an illusion or something? How did that work? Because he kept jumping off the train, so he wasn't connected to the train. So how did that work?
I don't know. I'm like, maybe it's like he can be like as long as he's above the train, it's fine. Maybe
Okay.
I don't know. Because yeah, he jumps in the manga as well. It's either that or it could just be like that his physical body was there, but basically he had already fused his essence into the train. So like getting rid of the body
Oh,
wouldn't
maybe.
entirely get rid of it. You know,
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
potentially. At least that's my best logic that I can think about it behind it. But so basically at this point, the train turns into a big slimy monster type thing. I don't know how to describe it. But is that the right, accurate way to describe it, or
What did you say? Sorry, I spaced out.
like when he fuses with the train? Is it like slimy? Would you describe it, or like?
Um, it's muscly.
I guess
I don't know, maybe slimy.
I don't know.
It's very grotesque. That's the word I would use.
Yeah,
Grotesque.
that is definitely a word that fits. Um. So yeah. So basically, now everyone has to start defending the train carts, and by this point, Rengoku and Inosuke have woken up. Zenitsu's still asleep, but it's better for Zenitsu to be asleep anyways.
I was about to say that's when Zenitsu's strongest.
And so basically, when Goku says he'll defend the back 5 cars, just leave the front 3 to the rest of them.
Yeah, and then does this super awesome move where he doesn't he bounce the train for one of his attacks.
Yep, by just basically doing that dash, basically from
Yeah.
like that you see like in episode 1. I forget what it was called, but they gave it a name in episode 1 and whatnot, and like it's powerful though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I also just like the entrance of like when Nezuko's getting in danger, but like you hear like the beat with Zenitsu when he starts rushing in and whatnot to save her.
Yeah.
And I believe we see like the highest of his first form at this point in the story, or it's like 6-fold because I believe he used 4-fold at the in the spider fight.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyways, so and Tanjiro and Inosuke are left to go find the neck.
Yeah. The neck.
Which is at the front of the train.
Obviously, makes the most sense.
Yep, and
Oh god, I just remembered how this makes me think of Shed 17. If you don't know what Shed 17 is, don't look it up.
okay, I won't ask any further on this.
No, I'm gonna explain it, but
Okay,
just don't watch it. Basically, it's a horror version of Thomas the Tank Engine.
okay then.
I'll just say that. So the trains basically exist by fusing living bodies to those trains. So there are like skeletons and organs inside the boiler.
I see.
And it's a horror one, so it all goes wrong.
Got it.
I'll leave you with that, and then I'll tell you, seeing them bust open the train and there's a skeleton in there reminds me of Shed 17.
Got it. But anyways, so basically once they find the neck, Emu starts defending himself against it and creates like a huge like dome shield type thing and whatnot. And we have basically during like
The
Tanjiro.
conductor turns into Bastard Man.
Well, I was gonna talk about Tanjiro nearly taking his own life in reality for a quick second.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was terrifying.
Yeah, because Emu kept on putting him to sleep and whatnot while he was trying to get up and get towards it, where Emu's neck was. But basically, since he kept on doing it in the dream, he was getting closer and closer to doing it in reality. Luckily, Inosuke was able to stop him because Emu doesn't know where Inosuke's looking.
That's valid.
Because of his forehead.
Yeah. See, that boarhead is useful.
But yeah, at this point, yeah, it's that's where the train conductor tries to stab Tanjiro. Well, does stab Tanjiro. Yeah. Tries to stab Inosuke, I should say. But after that, Tanjiro and Inosuke go in for one final attack, which is pretty cool, like when they're going down and whatnot, with Inosuke like carving the way for Tanjiro and whatnot.
Yeah. And then doesn't Tanjiro do the Kamiguri?
Hinokami Kagura. Clear blue sky is what the technique is called.
Hinokami Kagura.
Yes.
Okay.
And basically that's what's able to finish off Enmu, and it stops the train and whatnot. And
it crashes the train.
Yeah, it does. I mean, luckily no one was injured because of we learn later that Rengoku saved every single passenger basically
by doing a million different moves at once or something. He did a bunch of moves, not a million.
Yeah, no, he did like a bunch of moves at once is what's said, but yeah. And so we see like Tanjiro just trying to control his breathing to slow the bleeding and whatnot.
I'm gonna be honest, knowing what came next, I wasn't sure how it was gonna play in because like they defeated the villain. So, how does the big spoiler happen?
Yeah, I was curious about that at this point as well in the movie. But we get like a little interaction between Tanjiro and Inosuke, where like Tanjiro's saying like Inosuke, save the train conductor. I know he stabbed me, but I don't want him to think he's became a murderer because of this and whatnot. And so he's already gotten payback enough by having his like feet crushed by the train.
Yeah.
But Inosuke's pretty bored, like bullheaded about it, but he does it. Just because.
Ha! Bullheaded.
Yeah. Just because. I mean, not Tanjiro. Inosuke is like. I mean, at least I don't know if it applies to most, but definitely a select few would probably try to take revenge off that, or be like that's karma and whatnot. But
Yeah.
it's
But
not.
Tanjiro's not most people. He's a goody-goody two-shoes.
Yeah, no, he is very much a good boy. But yeah, Rengoku comes over and basically tells him you need to focus directly on where the wound is to stop the bleeding, and so he does that.
So the breathing techniques can stop bleeding, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like in real life at least, not to this extent, but I believe slower breathing does slow down blood flow a little bit. But
I believe so. That makes sense, yeah. If you can slow your heart rate, you can slow your blood flow.
but definitely not to the extent of what's shown in the movie, obviously.
Yeah, because that would kill you.
Well, it's just to stop the blood from going out. I believe it's more of
Yeah,
just to
but if
keep
the blood is not going out, no, I know. But if you were to replicate that, you'd probably stop your blood flow, which would kill you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just going off of real life logic. In the show, I believe it's more of that he's just focusing on the blood to continue going like it normally was. But yeah, um, and so and so at this point, the big villain shows up, Akasa, and
Upper 3.
yep, he is the upper third. And then we get Akasa versus Frank Goku, which man, is that fight really well animated, isn't it?
Yeah, especially the tiger move. That blew my mind.
Yeah, no, it's I mean I really like the ending part with him doing the esoteric art of which is basically his own form to the flame breathing of Rengoku. But
No. I think the tiger move is my favorite move. That could also be because I love cats. And tigers are, in fact, very big cats.
yeah. I don't know. I just like it when they like create their own techniques to the breathing, so I don't know. That's just me.
The demons? Yeah.
No, not the demons. I'm talking about Rengoku. Does that make
I thought the demon had the esoteric art.
No, the esoteric art was Rengoku. He said,
Oh, the demon had the destructive death thing.
mhm. Yeah.
Was it gruesome death or destructive death?
It was destructive something, I believe. It had to do with, like, direction, because, like, his thing was, like, basically it could shoot from anywhere and it would go in the direction, like, towards its opponent.
Yeah.
But throughout this fight, we basically learn like because like basically Akasa is constantly telling like asking Rengoku become a demon, you could become so much more powerful and whatnot. But Rengoku's like, no, I have my duty as a human to protect these people and to defeat you.
Yeah.
And like we even get like a flashback to it from like his mother and whatnot, saying like his strength is not meant to abuse but meant to protect.
It is Demon Slayer's version of great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
I mean, they even throw the word out there. If you have the power, it is your responsibility to protect the weak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
It
otherwise,
is quite literally a rip-off of Spider-Man.
I mean, but a lot of like shows use that, not like shows, but like stories use it as like a moral for those with power and whatnot. But I mean, regardless.
I know, but you know, obviously, if someone famous uses it, it's obviously theirs, and it's copyrighted forever.
I'm pretty sure it's just an idea, not a character. Anyways, But anyway, so the fight goes on, and Frank Goku just keeps continually getting beaten down and beaten down, and man
It
takes a
is
fist through
sad.
the stomach towards the end, but
And then
but he still manages to pull off like that final move that nearly cuts off Oxus's neck.
I'm so pissed it didn't. I'm so frustrated with how the fight ended. Like, it's great from a storytelling perspective. It is very frustrating as a fan of Rengoku.
Yeah, no, I think that's kind of the point though. But I mean, even
It's to make it feel hopeless.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I mean, even towards the end, like in those games, Tanjiro are trying to get in to help just because they know Rengoku's like probably on his final legs and whatnot, and Akasa is really close. But
Yeah, they almost got him, and then it all goes to shit.
yep, because Akaza breaks off his arms because the sun is coming up and he runs away. Um,
Don't forget, Tanjiro lost his sword again.
yep, but not after giving
And
a pretty good speech on how basically
oh,
humans
I
are.
love it. I love that speech. You didn't win. Rengoku may be dead, but he won because he protected everyone.
Mhm.
You lost because you couldn't do anything.
Yeah, no. I just also like basically always like the demon slayers are the ones who fight you on your turf at your advantage. Well, we don't like, and we don't heal back as quick as you do and whatnot.
Yeah. We lose an arm, it's gone forever.
Yeah,
We don't regenerate in a matter of time, and yet we can still beat you.
yeah,
It's pretty badass.
yeah. I think it's also just him coping with Rengoku's loss at that point.
Oh, yeah, Tanjiro's having a breakdown. No, let's be honest, Tanjiro's having a full breakdown at that point.
Yeah, no, especially because he kind of looked up to Rengoku just from like the bits that he saw and whatnot, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I necessarily wouldn't have said I would have been best friends with Rengoku, because if Rengoku had done to me what he had done to Tanjiro, I necessarily would not have agreed with Rengoku, but yeah, because like Rengoku didn't want anything to do with Tanjiro or Nezuko.
Well, at least at the beginning, but he was willing to take him like
At the end, yeah, at the
well,
end,
yeah, even at
but
the beginning of the movie, he said, "I'm willing to take you on as an apprentice and whatnot."
yeah, which made it so much sadder.
Yeah, but I mean, it does come around because like Rengoku does say, "I saw what your sister did there," and no matter what anyone says, if they're trying to stop a demon and whatnot and protect humans, that person is part of the Demon Slayer Corps to me.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
Yeah. It also gives Tanjiro the information to try and look at the in the flame breathing mansion, basically, because there might be notes on what Tanjiro's Hinokami Kagura is all about, um,
Hmm.
and to tell his brother to follow his dreams and whatnot.
Yeah, it was so sad.
Yeah, and at the end, he sees his mother and like near death, and he asks her if he did good, and she said yes, and dies with a smile on his face.
Yeah. Oh my god, his mother's spirit coming down to guide him into the afterlife was so cute.
Yeah, no, just also his childlike smile when he dies and whatnot. Oh, that hits. That hits every time.
Yeah. It's totally a redo of the the little, remember the meme with the dog in death? It's like, was I a good dog? No, I'm told you were the best.
Oh yeah,
Did I do? It was so cute.
yeah. Um, yeah, and I kind of skipped over this just because it more fits into like the ending and whatnot. But like we start with like the leader of the Demon Slayer Corps walking through all the graves and seeing like all like this like Demon Slayers lost in like this battle and whatnot. And it ends like going around with like the crow telling everyone of Red Goku's passing. We see all the Hashira's reactions, and then we see the
It was so
leaders.
sad. And then you see the leaders, and he's like, "It's okay, I won't mourn because soon it will be my time to die, and then I'll be with Ren Goku again." And I'm like, ah,
Yeah.
this movie knows how to make you cry.
And you can see why it became the #1 animated film in the box office of Japan.
Yeah, no kidding. This was such a good movie.
Yeah. No,
It's a shame that this season is getting such review bomb because they didn't do anything new.
well, it's only just because they basically redid the arc as a TV thing and didn't really add anything or change anything.
I think the only reason they did it is so people who don't
Oh
have
no,
the
no, no.
foundation can.
It's definitely the reason. It's so people who haven't seen the movie can watch it and whatnot. Because
Yeah,
especially in Japan, they don't get like streaming services like this and whatnot. So if you miss the movie, you miss the movie.
you missed it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
I'm like, I totally understand why they're doing this.
Just sucks.
No, and it definitely makes. I'm definitely looking forward to covering the entertainment district arc next. But
Yeah, it looked pretty interesting.
yeah, it's gonna be starting
Is it
the day this video comes out. So
so? How many episodes do you think it'll be?
looking at how many chapters there are, probably it's gonna be probably around 12. I'm gonna guess.
Okay. So in 12 weeks we'll be back.
Yep.
Actually 13 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So we need an extra week to record.
Yep. Um
13 weeks? I have to wait 13. I'm going to watch it as it comes out and then rewatch the whole season.
Okay. Yeah, and
I have to wait 13 weeks for this next arc. You know, you get used to watching it as you go, watching it all in one go.
I'm just used to watching week to week at this point.
I haven't watched regular TV in a long time, so I'm not used to watching week to week.
Yeah, I watch seasonal anime a lot, so I'm used to week at this point. It's nothing new for me. But yeah. So this will be coming out the same day as the hour-long first episode of the Entertainment District arc.
Hour long?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Um
Yeah, I really like the trains of this arc. It was really nice.
yeah. Oh,
Oh my.
but yeah. Also the credits song to the movie.
I did watch the credit song. I'm going to be honest. I kind of skipped through it.
It's a shame. Homer is such a good song, but it's done by the same artist who did the first opening. Yeah.
Okay.
So definitely recommend checking it out. And if you want, you could check out the what they did for the TV version's opening and ending as well, if you want to.
Okay.
But yeah. Other than that, I think that's about it for this movie. Any just
I
closing
really enjoyed
thoughts?
it.
Yeah, I mean, any closing thoughts on it,
Um,
or just
I hope we get the continuation of finding him out of the Himakami Kagura. I know I just butchered it.
it's fine. Yeah, no, we
How do you say it?
Hinokami Kagura.
Hinokami. I was actually pretty close.
Yeah, no, you were pretty close. What was I gonna say? Oh, so I read to what the manga technically defined as the end of the arc, and yeah, we'll get more information on it in the first episode of the Entertainment District arc.
Okay, cool.
Because I'm like, why are these? The movie ends like 3 chapters before the technical official end of the arc. So I read those 3 chapters. Yeah. It's definitely going to be in the first episode, I'm pretty sure. So.
Okay. Is his dad still a jerk? Or is he more of a jerk, less of a jerk?
About the same.
So, the ghost that told Tanjiro to kill himself, that was his father, right?
Yes. Although there is a bit of a technicality to it in that technically it was Tanjiro's will to wanting to wake up that conjured that spirit, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know, but like I have seen a picture of an older Tanjiro, and I could not tell if that was the older Tanjiro or his father.
I don't know. I don't know if there is an older Chandra or not.
Or maybe they just share a name. I don't know.
I believe their names are fairly similar. I forget. I'm not gonna look it up.
It's one of those I no longer. It's like one of those I could look it up, but I do not wish to look it up anymore. You know.
Yeah, because I don't want to spoil myself, so I'm not gonna look it up.
Exactly. It's
Um,
like I know a bit of a spoiler, but I don't remember full of it, and I'm not going to share it.
okay. Um, but yeah, I think that's about it. For the Mugen Train movie. Um,
I love this movie. I will probably watch it again sometime in the future.
yeah, no, I watched this movie 2 times in theaters, and then I rewatched it also, including also reading the manga for this week. So
Nice.
yeah, I
Um,
really like the movie. It is really well done.
Speaking of movies, where does Heroes Rising take place?
Heroes Rising, I believe it should take place right after the school festival arc, around that time.
Cool.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So other than that, that's about it. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And Matt, you wanna do your honors?
Find me at twitch.tv/TyrionKing. I am currently playing through Pokemon Diamond with my good friend, Man of Valor.
And we'll probably be
I'm
starting up our own playthrough pretty soon as well. So
Heck yeah!
if
And
all things work out, hopefully.
Yeah.
But other than that, thank you for watching, and bye.
Why am I posing to my own camera like we're recording?
I could not tell you, but
It's because I have Streamlabs open from earlier. I never closed it.
that would do it. But anyways, bye.
Bye bye.